It's hard to believe, but we're not even a year old yet.
This
company's not even a year old. So we've really just come so far. I just have to say that we got a Twitch comment. Polar Knight says, as a barber, I love the men on the show. It is in every stage of beard growth. It is so true.
I never noticed that before.
That was amazing. Okay. Nate.
See, what other real estate brokerage do you get to have that knowledge dropped? I'm just saying.
Exactly.
All right.
I'm gonna start playing like a Jeopardy theme song.
I know, right?
Actually, we can't play licensed music if we want to stream on Twitch.
I could create something that's similar.
Yeah, it's like just a little off.
Do do do.
I mean, okay, maybe this is destiny or fate or whatever you want to call it. I would say it's one of the best decisions I could have ever made.
All the time is dotlet emails and files coming through with Rose's name on them.
I have like 3 right now.
You've been licensed for a month, right?
Yeah. I mean,
it would be way better at sex.
I know. It would
like remember everything.
No.
Oh my goodness.
It would be. Think about all the research it would have access to. Oh, sorry, Sandy. I thought I would try something new tonight. I see you're not comfortable with that. I'll table it. Here's another out that people have that you don't realize. Final loan commitment. That's a contingency. Issuing final loan commitment in a contract. If you don't prove final loan commitment and those sellers had a backup offer and that's the contingency in your contract, that could definitely be an out. They could dissolve the purchase agreement. There are so many things, you have so many responsibilities in that. So got on a high horse there, but I've used those outs. I've represented my sellers so that they could get 10,000, 20,000 more in a backup offer. Because that's what good agents
hit my
do.
bullshit limit. Thanks, Brian.
It's not my fault.
No, I meant thank you.
Don't sound sarcastic.
Thanks a lot. I said thanks a lot.
Thanks for everything.
Great friend you are.
I'm going to talk about this in therapy.
Super interested in you would not believe how many questions I get on my skincare routine. Even from Asians. I mean, everybody asks me my skincare routine. Nobody ever asks anyone else.
Some say it's the best.
If you ask them, they say it's the best. Yeah. I'll tell you personally, one of my pain points at previous brokerages was finding what I needed to find. Can I get your W-9? Like, where do I find this for my file and stuff? So we're really proud of the fact that we were able to compile this My Resources page for you. It was Nate's idea. He took the lead on it. He manages Holly, Holly, again, I guess the theme tonight is like her creative problem solving and using her knowledge to get us through certain hurdles. So this company is for the freedom agents. If you don't need to be a NAR member or don't want to be a NAR member.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful down there.
Shut the fuck up. Stop shooting.
Laugh like Satan.
Amazing. That is amazing, Nate. I need to level up my fashion game because I hope I look different next Halloween. That's all.
Enough. So actually doing the radical transparency and knowing that this brokerage does stand by that, it means a lot to me. And being on with a group, with a team, with a brokerage who stands by that, who follows through with that, helps me make my decisions a little bit more clearly. So if anybody says that and they say it just offhandedly, they need to show that they really are that way, that they really do think that way. And this brokerage does. So this week, y'all proved it for me.
Good morning. How are you today?
Dream.
Happy Halloween.
Oh, I get it. Good.
Dude, I just need a polo and a hat.
You got it. Nailed it.
And then this is not even working. It's just a dummy one.
Touche. That's good.
I had it so perfect.
When you first log in, you'll be able to see your numbers, your pending transactions, your closed transactions, and
I worked so hard on that.
I just wanted to shout out Holly and our lovely TC. This week has been a lot for me with dual coming up, and right now I have one dual agency under contract. So I just wanted to say both of them just make my life so much easier. And thank you for always answering my questions, keeping me on track, and just helping me look good for my clients. And I just appreciate them, both of them, a lot more than I just want them to know.
When we decided to start this company, it just kind of made sense because we have the same philosophy and the same like ethics and the same, foundation, but we really just like complement each other.
I walk up the back stairs. That way nobody will see me usually. And so I really heat up walking up 5 flights of stairs in full winter gear.
I bet.
Was it me, or did she kind of have a list there?
She did. Do you have a retainer in?
Do I have a list?
Maybe she's just that cold.
I was gonna say, is that her cold talk? Is her tongue numb?
Her tongue is cold.
I had a list. I don't know. I was just talking. Maybe I had a stroke overnight.
That's not funny.
You never know. I'm just saying, like, that could be a real explanation. Why else did I have a list?
I think
I don't know, I
your
still
tongue
hear it.
is cold.
Like, what if I had a stroke, you guys? I'm more scared about that.
Are you seriously like not doing it on purpose?
I'm not doing it on purpose. No. But I was really tired last night, and I just woke up at like 9:30, so.
Yeah, but I've like in all the years known you, never heard you have a list before.
I don't hear myself having a list. Like, I don't hear that.
Brian, you know her better than all
Do you
of
have
us.
your teeth retainers in? Your
No.
Uh-oh.
I don't.
Well, if a sign of a stroke is sticking out your tongue,
Oh, like,
you're supposed
I
to
can
stick
do
out
it.
your tongue, and if it doesn't come out straight,
oh shit.
if you're concerned, don't mess around with it. Like it does
Well,
happen.
you guys are the ones saying I have a list all of a sudden. I don't hear it. I just fucking got in from walking the dog. I'm a little tired. That's the only thing I can think of is having a stroke.
I think it sounds like something's up with the audio more than
The AirPods? Okay.
So I don't know if there's something going on with Zoom too.
This is me with no AirPods.
I was
Now you
better.
know. Yeah.
I don't have a lisp.
No.
Say
Now
Saturday I'm going to Mississippi.
Saturday I'm going to the Mississippi.
No,
That's
okay,
better.
that's much better.
Off. We have a tendency of not turning our phone off at all. So every 2 hours, make sure it's off so it can rest, and then put it back on.
What in the fuck?
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Yeah, you can see exactly. That's why it overheats and the battery life
My
runs
phone
out.
has literally never turned
been-
off since like 1999.
You got to turn it off.
Dirty Diet Dr. Pepper, basically one of the most delicious things on the planet. Prove me wrong.
And then you said you put creamer in it, right?
Yeah, just plain half and half. I put ice in the cup first, and then I pour a splashy splash of half and half in it because I like to watch it freeze over the ice cubes, and then I pour the Diet Dr. P on it.
Have you
Yeah.
made it dirty? Like Kate likes it dirty with creamer on top.
Were you listening at all?
Sorry, no.
Jesus, no.
She's twisting her hair, like acting like she's adding to the conversation, and I'm like, I literally described the whole drink, and then you're like, but do you make it like how the drink's made?
All right, I'm
Okay.
Shout out to Debbie. What a fabulous idea that we have a wish list available for others to look at for the company, whether you want to send somebody a birthday gift or, you know what, if somebody's sick or feeling low, you can take and go into Elster with our company. So I kind of like feel like that's a new promotion and onboarding. Let everybody know, hey, we have an Elster account, fill out your wish list. You never know when somebody might send you a gift.
I love it.
Each other.
Segments, Holly, when you really get going. That was awesome.
Well, and then I actually meant to tell the staff this the other day, but sometimes I yawn a lot and like I'm not even tired. because I wear my CPAP and I'm taking my B vitamins. So we were like researching like, why could I be yawning? And it's because my brain is overheating. So like my body's trying to cool down my brain. So when you see me yawn, it's because of my brilliance is
Do
that
not listen to her. Just you were
to buy or sell or whatever. I think that would really get their attention.
And don't be scared. Remember, just you're trying to get as much information as you can. You are trying to build rapport and trust and get to a buyer strategy session. Worst case scenario, if anyone's ever like, well, how'd you get my information? Or I'm talking to so-and-so, like, how did you get my information? I would just be like, I'll be honest, my assistant put it on my desk and said it was important that I call you back. Because it is your AI assistant.
Don't let any brokerage tell you that you're going to get more business because their name's attached to you. I want you to understand that you are responsible for your own brand and you can build your own brand with any company. If you're with our company, I'm very honored and we want to help you succeed, but you'll succeed anywhere. Okay. If you put your mind to it, if you follow some of the steps that I'm going to give you, it is not dependent on what brokerage you're with.
It's just been an incredible year. I can't thank you guys enough for being a part of this growing company. I'm very excited where we're going to take 2026. And thank you for always, you guys have showed up quite a bit. The agents who show up to these meetings are the ones making money. The agents who show up are the ones producing. There's a direct correlation. So I'm very just always fired up to see you guys in here. What'd you guys think of that?
That was amazing.
I loved it. Oh my gosh, I loved it.
I loved it so much. I can't believe that it was only 10 minutes because I feel like it's so hard to summarize our year in 10, so it's crazy. I love it.
I do too. I can't wait. Oh, that's awesome. I can't wait to see more as we go on. It was so fun.
We have to add the Lindsay or the Holly wants to burn Josh's house down. Like we have to add that part of that interview in before I put, like we have to find that and add that. That has to go in there. That was really good. Now that I think about it, that was a pivotal moment in our brokerage development. I'm glad that we got a bunch of Nates. Like,
dude, Nate, like dressing up as Josh, like I died.
Well, the funniest part was when he was dressed up as me, and then, he just casually said, we had this red wig. You just happened to have a red wig at my house. And like, none of us questioned him on it. Like, you guys, you just have a red wig lying around your house. Okay.
You will not let that go, will you?
Nate's like Dwight Schrute. He's got a wig for everyone in the office. Never know when you'll need it.
Oh, I'm scared about that.
Oh God, that's funny. And there's one where it was just me and Sandi like losing it, trying to like talk in the meeting. So for those of you that weren't there for that, you know how Sandi is. So she comes in and she's like, I worked really hard on these fucking slides. They're amazing. I'm going to block out all the agents' information. And so the slide popped up. You can see the agent's information because it was like these things had to slide over the agent's name.
It's like the animation.
The animation was activated. So like I just couldn't get through it after that. It was just fucking hilarious.
We were like showing the Loft 47 dashboard or something, like we were like, hey, agents, we can show you like your whatever. And I'm telling you, I stayed up all night working on these slides. And so I was hammering the staff prior to the company meeting, being like, don't you dare like accidentally say some of the agent's private information and shit. And then like this slide pops up and like the animations are all fucked up. Like all the blocks that I had all over. And then that's why I like hurried up and switched to the next slide. And then Holly and I were dying, but like all the agents were looking at us like, what are they doing? Because I was just crying and Holly can't get through the meeting. It was just terrible. Terrible. I think 2 agents left the brokerage after that. I can't. It's just like, oh my God. Well, win some, lose some.
It was pretty fucking hilarious.
All right. Well, let's get these slides in gear. Okay, let me find them here.
Seriously though, Sandy, thanks for taking the time to, I know you and Ryan worked really hard on getting the clips, and then you clearly put it together in a really nice way. So thank you.
Yeah, that was awesome. And so a lot of those, you guys, were pulled from Twitch, because that's the easiest way for us to do it. So right now, as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cameras on. So it looks like there's only 7 people in the meeting, but like obviously there's 15 people, like 15 people count in the meeting. So the more cameras that are on, that's what it actually shows. And so when these clips are pulled from Twitch, that's how we find them. And Brian's been really good lately about like, by the way, if any of you are actually watching this on Twitch and you hear anybody say a zinger or something was funny or whatever, just type clip in the actual Twitch chat, because that's good for us to know where to clip. Like later on, it's a lot of work and stuff, so it's hard to go back and watch the whole video. But if you guys are watching something and something funny happened or something noteworthy happens, just do us a favor, put an X in there, type clip, type anything. It really, really helps. So thanks to everybody at this company. You are all so unique. You all bring something to the table. It's just, I've never had so much satisfaction in my work, because I actually like want to come to work every day. I just absolutely adore you guys. Thank you so much for a great first year. I really believe in what we're doing, and I believe in, like, look at how much we've built in a year. People think we've been around a lot longer than we have because of the setup we have. So I just think we're gonna I just know we're gonna catapult. All right, let me get our slides here.
Speech prepared, but I love and appreciate all of you. So thanks for being here.
Well, my speech wasn't prepared. Come on.
No, it was great.
Okay, here we are. We seeing this?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right, kick us off, Holly.
All right. Well, good morning and welcome to our My Real Estate Company company-wide meeting for Thursday, March 12th, 2026. We're excited you're here.
Joshua.
The best agents simplify decisions. Complexity feels smart, but simplicity closes. I put this one up there because I was actually talking to a buyer the other day, and he was like, "What did you say?" And when I played back what I said in my mind, I realized that I was using a lot of like real estate talk and a bunch of mumbo jumbo that he didn't understand. So it kind of hit myself in the face. Like, we need to talk to people like they're people, because they're not in this industry. So I was like, I need to make a quote about that because I learned a valuable lesson just a couple days ago. So I decided if I learned it, then somebody else probably needs to hear it as well. So there it is.
That's so great. And normally we don't try not to interrupt, but that just reminds me that, we know and we learn, and every day we're reminded that words matter. And so I remember a training I took once where they were like, you have to listen to the person you're talking to, because if you say like contract, but they're saying offer, that just kind of drives a wedge, because they're thinking one thing, you're thinking another. So if you're talking to someone and they say home evaluation, don't switch to market analysis or CMA, so definitely pick up on the words that the person you're talking to is using for things. I mean, unless they're blatantly wrong, but it's just such a good reminder, Josh.
Well, love them or hate them, there's a reason that it says what Donald Trump speaks at a third grade level. And of all the presidents that have been elected recently, he speaks at the lowest grade level, but they say that he's the most relatable because of it. And there was a meeting a long time ago that I showed that clip that Brian found me a while back, and I'll have to show it again because it's so good. It really breaks down, because I think it's great for sales. It breaks down like how he formulates just a paragraph of sentences, and these sentences don't make any sense, but they change the way you feel, right? It's all about how you make somebody feel, because that's what's going to sell. so we'll have to do that at a meeting soon again. I actually changed the true crime episode this week because we have an update. Right when we started deciding, hey, let's do true crime and real estate. Let's do a true crime and real estate podcast. Holly named this episode The Other Property Brothers, and it was all about the Alexander brothers. And they totally like drugged and raped like a shit ton of women. And now I can say that. I don't even have to say allegedly because they were convicted of it. That's the new development that came out. And now I have an excuse to redo the episode and add the update. And another, I about said cool. This is not cool at all, but I am a fan of Tracy Tudor. And so she actually came forward. She is suing the shit out of Warren Alexander because she's accusing him of also drugging and sexually assaulting her at a recruiting event in 2014. So I'm excited to cover down on that and bring more light to it. Like every little bit helps, right? Let's do our part. And we've got Showcase next week. Holly, do you want to talk a little bit about that? Maybe Lindsay can pop in too on this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we've been talking about it for a minute, but we finally locked in our agreement with Zillow Showcase. So we're going to do a training about it on Wednesday, how you can get set up, how you do it, what photographers, in your area, reach out to, or what cameras if you want to invest in your own. But we're really excited to bring this to our agents because our firm, our corporate address is in Iowa. We were able to negotiate some really killer rates for our agents. So come to the training on Wednesday and you'll learn more about how to implement it. Lindsay, did you have any?
Lindsay or Ryan, anything to add?
No, super excited. I'm actually going to do my first one here in the next few weeks. I already ordered my photography, so I'm kind of like the guinea pig on the back end over here. So really excited. It's been a super easy process, and my clients are actually, that was one of their biggest concerns was Zillow. And so when I was able to approach them about how we're going to have, a show, basically we're going to have a Zillow showcase and we're going to have more control. They were like, they really felt like at ease about it versus what they had been seeing online. So I felt like that was a really cool thing that I got to bring to the table as, their agent.
Nice. That's awesome to hear. I can't wait to see it.
I use this personally I use Zillow Showcase to sell my personal home. And I think what I liked the most is you get stats. And so you can share that directly with your seller. Like it's getting this many more views. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry that, you're number one on Zillow. So
don't be afraid to give us, as agents, don't be afraid to give us as the broker owners your experience with the tools we are thinking about providing or the tools we are providing. We need to know your feedback and your experience because when we're up for renegotiations or we're up for comparing between going for this other tool that we heard was really cool, or should we keep this one because you like it? Is anybody using it? Like always give us your honest feedback on what you're liking, what's working for you. Even if you're paying for something out of pocket on your own that you're using, let us know about it. You never know if we're thinking about implementing it into the company. All right. We've got this happening next Friday. And if you know of anybody, and Holly has already done this training once, it was absolutely amazing. And I want you to talk about it in a second. But if you know of anybody, like we are running Facebook ads and they are just lighting up. I mean, this is a hot topic. Agents truly want to know whether they have what it takes to sell residential real estate without NAR. And very few, if any, brokerages are in the position to allow them to do that. So if you know of any agents that have that pain point, make sure to invite them to this training. Holly?
Yeah, so I did this training previously. This training will be Probably the same slides. I might tweak them a little bit, but I definitely want to give like the real scenarios on basically the two different ways to do residential real estate without NAR. And so I'm really excited to break that down and just explain explain options to agents. So
I wanted to add to that, or say something. There's a luxury magazine that I've been running an ad in for 2-3 years, and while I don't really have a lot of luxury listings or right now, but really I'll put the ad out there about myself. So, but when I switched from just my Rico to my Rico 2, I changed it that month to that. And it mentioned that I work for a brokerage where you have a choice of being NAR, non-NAR, whatever. I had like 3 calls that week from agents who've been in the business for longer than me, even, who were saying, yeah, they've been quizzing that, wanting to know about that. So I've got that. So what I'm going to do is, if we have it out there right now, I'm going to send this out to everybody who's talked to me or who's asked me, because I don't want to get into the spiel with them, because I don't know a lot of the information that y'all have. So I want to direct them back to you, but this is perfect for me to send out to all of them that have been asking. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll build a quick like little thing that you can text.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you.
And the other cool thing is that, this is after the NAR MLS deadline to make a decision if, or not really make a decision, but MLSs it was put in their lap that they have a choice to allow non-association membership in their MLS. And so everybody's seeing, I can belong to the MLS. However, I'm not forced to be an NAR agent and or an association agent. And so like that is kind of the game changer now. It's like, hey, by the way, did you check in with your board to see if you have this option? So I'm really excited to see this training now that we're past kind of that threshold of March 1st and NAR's MLS policy changes.
Awesome. Our man Josh being published again.
Yeah, I just wrote this one. I've noticed over the last couple of years with talking with agents, building lead gen systems, a lot of times if agents are getting ghosted after the first contact or whatever, they think that I need better scripts. And what I've found is a lot of times this goes back to actually what you're doing to set up your campaigns, and a lot of the things you're doing before you even call clients. So I put this together. It's basically 7 lead generation strategies on how not to get ghosted. And most of them happen prior to you even talking to clients. So we should have it up on the blog here soon, but it was a fun one. This one has a YouTube video too. So if you don't like to read and you just like to watch YouTube videos, check it out that way.
You know how I can tell that this thumbnail's AI is because you've never had a unhappy face here at my real estate company, Josh.
Yeah, I'm actually testing out. I'm copying Dan Martell's thumbnails. And so I'm literally just taking his thumbnail and then telling AI to create my avatar thing. So it will be interesting to see what happens.
I mean, honestly, like, why try to reinvent the system,
I actually have had a lot of people say that same thing so far that have seen that. Like, I know it caught my attention because you never frown.
I love it. I like it. I think it's cool, but yeah, it's true though. You don't see it.
That's great.
Oh, we already talked about the training, but officially, like I said, we have our partnership locked down with Zillow Showcase. And I'm just really excited to offer that as a tool for our agents.
Do not forget that you have access to this, especially if you're thinking about being a non-NAR residential agent. This is the biggest, in my opinion, one of the biggest tools in your tool belt. I personally let my luxury presence website go because all of the listings that I plan to ever market, I would do a Zillow showcase on. I want to get all of my Zillow leads on those. And I used my Popple. I used my sandylyn.myrealestateco.com link. I have that forward to my Popple, and that's my link in bio everywhere. And then, so just a tip there. I really truly think that that's where it's at. Why, try to beat them if you can join them. Make these tools your bitch, like make Zillow your bitch. Like instead of trying to defeat a giant like that, just learn how to use it to your advantage. Oh, look what this is.
Oh, I made this slide. So happy birthday, Sandy Lynn. Your birthday, I know, is officially tomorrow, but we wanted to recognize you. You know, you're such an amazing business partner of mine. You really help balance me out. And you're just so phenomenal. I'm so glad that we crossed paths freaking like what, 8 years ago now.
Wow, that's nuts.
So, and that's probably why I'm on some of these pictures. But gosh, we all love you so much. And I know different agents have reached out, want to recognize your birthday. So you'll probably get stuff in the mail over the next like week. But I just want to, you make such amazing slides for us when it's your staff's birthday and stuff. So I wanted to do what I could. It's not Sandy level, but it's for you. So love you.
Thanks. Love you too. I appreciate that. I do want to show you guys this one actually. This was taken at our last year's My Summer Vacation event. And a lot of you weren't here yet at the brokerage for that. And our vision for the My Summer Vacation is to have one event a year, and this is open to like all agents, right? It's to celebrate our agents, but it's an excuse for our agents to invite any agent, right? But it's open to all agents. And have you ever been invited to anything in your life ever since you became a real estate agent to where somebody didn't want something from you? Like there's not some sort of ulterior motive, right? And so we're like, can we just come up with something to where it's like a summer vacation, like one day away from the suck, right? Like, let's just all enjoy what we do for a living, hang out together, you know, have a great time and, you know, enjoy each other, right? Enjoy each other's company, enjoy like what all this hard work that we've done, celebrate it, right? So this previous year, it was in Iowa, it was in Des Moines, it was in a pavilion. We had food trucks there, a DJ, that tattoo on my leg. We had like a face painter. We had all kinds of things there. It was amazing. But we're toying with the idea of having it in Texas this year and having it at a resort. So more to follow there. It'll be this summer, and we'll be giving out some more information as we get it, but we just wanted to kind of plant the seed as far as that's concerned. We had it last year. We want to have it again this year and just get together at least once in person every year and enjoy each other's company for a little summer vacation. Holly?
All right. Well, it's not often she hands over the reins, but but tonight I'm going to be interviewing our agent Josephine Qua on my Rico Revealed. So I'll post a little reminder. But if you can join on Twitch and interact, it always makes for a more fun interview. Last time I was stuck doing it all by my lonesome, and it was not quite as entertaining. But I'm going to use my nasal spray around 4 o'clock today, Sandy. So hopefully I'm not as nasally tonight as I was last time. But double dose. Yes, I'll use Afrin. How's that? So we know that shit's serious. So, but no, I'm really excited. I think that all of our trainings and all of our presentations and things have evolved. And it's really fun to see how this, gosh, we'll have to find it for you guys. But if you go back in the archives and you look at when we started doing my Rico Reveals last summer, what we've morphed into, not just how the business has grown and solidified, but just the overall vibe, the confidence, everything. So I really love how this has turned into more of like a casual conversation with our agents, our staff, and maybe our vendors. So I just love it.
I'm looking forward to that as well. And that's a really cute slide, by the way, Holly. And that's a great picture, Josephina.
Thanks. I did some Facebook stalking, it's on my top 5 skills.
Do you want to talk about this, Holly, since you helped build this out?
Sure. Just a quick video, we like to highlight social media posts that get our attention. And this was one that Emily posted. And I just really reiterates, if you haven't noticed, the trend is like we get more engagement, we get more views, we get more likes, whatever, when we're posting not directly about real estate, but it's like, hey, I'm a real estate agent, but look at all these other things, and specifically in this video, she lists some stuff, but it's a little, it's a video of her dancing, and she's like, hey, I haven't done this in a while, and it just captured everyone's attention. It had like 37 likes compared to some of the real estate posts that had like 6 or 7. So it was one that stuck out to me this week, especially because I'm really limiting my social media, so y'all know I'm focused, but this one really stuck out when I had a few minutes of free time.
Love it. Good job, Emily.
So
okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So it's just a reminder to humanize yourself, I mean, yeah, we sell real estate and we're in that real estate industry, but people want to know you. They want to, they build their relationship with you, not because of the real estate component. In fact, the 3 times that I went the most viral was bad haircut, my CPAP, and an audio recording of a conversation. So it's because people could relate to that. So they want to relate to you first, and then they care about your skills. So just a reminder.
Love it.
Kyle's got tons of stuff for us this week.
Not a ton. It's not like 12 slides. Could you go back one actually? Because this cover slide changed. So I don't know if anybody noticed this week, but if you do @TC, I will still come running, but if you tag my name, I'll probably be there faster. So it's Kyle Reese is my handle. So just wanted to.
Do you recognize her last name at all? Anybody?
Right?
I was going to pick on Josh earlier too, and then I missed my moment.
Oh God.
All right.
The handle should have been at Josh's wife.
No.
Or Josh.
Josh should be Kyle's husband.
Yeah, exactly right.
You'll need to do that.
They're aliens.
Anyway, everything changed. My email changed. My TC handle changed. So it's just my name, Kyle.Reese at My Real Estate Co. and at Kyle Reese on.
Just a name? Come on, Kyle.
Just a name. Yep, that's all.
Do you know that we have I've never heard so many, I'm jealous of Kyle's name, Ryan's name. How come all you cool girls get to have guy names? I just am jealous. Here I am, Sandi Lynn.
Can we make, I used to go by Debbie Lynn when I was at Epic. So I'd be like, okay, we'll do that. I know, I wish we could just change our own names and use whatever name we want to. We think that fits us now versus what we were given.
I literally have to explain. That's why my Instagram handle is Ryan, like the guy.
I love it. Yeah.
Because people will be like, what's your name? And I'm like, Ryan. And then they look at me like, what? And then they're like, how do you spell it? And I'm like, just like the guy.
Well, I get that for my clients when Kyle sends emails over. They're like, well, where's it coming from? I said, it's coming from my TC or my staff or my assistant, whatever I say. And they go, oh, I got it from him. I said, well, him is a he. I mean, she. And then they're like, okay. So now they all know. But I'm like, it's so funny because it doesn't make a difference, but it throws them off. And I think it's kind of funny.
I do agree with Ryan, though. You have to explain your name all the time. I'll say, hey, I'll answer the phone. Hello, this is Kyle. Did you say Kylie? Nope, I said Kyle because that's my name.
I've literally gone to the airport and they've been like, okay, well, where's Ryan? And I'm like, I give them my ID. I'm like, I am Ryan.
Yep. Or you get sent to the principal's office in high school when you have a substitute teacher because they think you're messing with them. That really happened.
That's amazing.
Oh my God.
Anyway, you won't forget my name after this conversation, but here it is. Kyle.Reese.
Yes, it's Reese.
It's Reese.
Yeah, and by the way, this is what happens when you hire people that are super polite, because Josh never corrected me for a month of mispronouncing his last name. And then finally Holly came to me by the way, I learned that here's the correct way to pronounce his last name.
I never correct people on that kind of thing. That's about me.
Yeah, and I'm over here cringing because my name's been misspelled like 7 ways to Sunday.
I know. I don't know why everybody's doing that.
I swear it wasn't me.
No, and that's not even it. Somebody put it in Notion with an A, Lindsay, and not Lindsay, and I just started cracking up laughing.
Oh God!
I get it with Brennan all the time too.
Very few people know Lindsay's real name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, until someone spelled it out on when we had to sign up for MLS and membership.
Yeah.
And then
I hate it. You are not a Cheryl.
It does not fit you at all.
It cracks me up.
Oh, I guess we're making it public now. Public knowledge.
Technically, it's connected to my license, so it is.
Yes, it was like not everybody knows. Well, no, everybody knows now.
Oh yeah. So that kind of cracks me up. Everyone's like, "What?"
All right, Kyle, is this still your slide?
Yeah. So I don't think that we went over this last week. So I just wanted to mention that if you are managing your own transaction not using TC service and you need to submit your file for review, you can check any of the documents, or as this example shows, you can check the entire folder and then up in the upper right, click submit for review, and then we'll be notified and we will get on top of that, let you know anything that might be missing or incomplete. If you are on TC service, that will be done for you automatically, so no worries for you.
Kyle, I do have a question.
Yes, sir.
So if they use you, is that like complete start to finish? Like if I use you and I said, hey, I'm getting ready to put in a contract for this address, do I just tell you and then you take it from there? Or do I get the initial docs and then you handle after?
It is all in service. I will be helping you as much or as little as you want. If you want to drive and you just want me to support, I can do that. If you want me to take over, I will take over.
Okay, cool.
I have her
hostile takeover.
If I could just talk to people and do this stuff and do as little paperwork as possible, that's what I like that.
I promise you, she got you. Like, I had to take a step back and be like, wow, like she's doing it all.
Yeah.
Nice.
I know. I'm like, I have to do what, Kyle? I don't have to. No, I don't want to do any of it. I'm like, let me just go do this. But she's amazing. So very thankful for her.
All right, just another quick update. I know we talked about this last week, but you will still receive notifications in both Slack and Dotloop. So please make sure you have your notifications on. If you like to be notified when your client signs a document, you probably need to go into your Dotloop profile and scroll and make sure you have those boxes checked that you'll get an email notification for things like that. And then of course, Slack will ping you. If you have it on your phone, you'll get updates like, hey, I sent this over to escrow, or whatever the case may be. Or if you're not on TC service, you'll get updates about your files when they're audited in your Slack channel and in Dotloop. One last slide. We've updated our Slack topics. So when you see next to the Slack channel name, one of these dots, that's what they mean. So if you don't have any documents uploaded into your file, you'll have a white dot if it's being reviewed, yellow if something is wrong, purple if your whole file is looking good at that time, green, and of course, a money stack when you get paid.
I love learning things at this company meeting.
You told me to take charge. We decided.
I know, it's awesome. Brian.
Yep. So just kind of reiterating what Kyle said earlier, in both Slack and for emails, we're using kyle.reese at Kyle. If you email kyle.reese@myrealestateco.com, you can still email TC, basically to, hopefully not over explain it, but we created a group for TC because as we get more, we'll be adding people to it. We don't want to give one person the TC logins. We're basically adjusting that. So if you ping TC, like Kyle said, she'll still see it, but the preferred is at Kyle. If I know there have been a couple people that get like bounce backs on email, I think that's just because it has like when you first sent it, it's still like routing to the old email. So just delete that from Google. Like when you're typing in the to field, just clear that out, manually type the whole thing in. If you do get bounce backs or anything after that, let me know. We'll take a look. We may just have to like delete the contact and re-add it. But Kyle and I have tested this multiple times and it works when I try it. So hopefully it still works for everybody. But if you see issues, let me know. But hopefully this isn't too much of a crazy thing now because it would only get worse the bigger we get. So we wanted to fix this before it becomes a more confusing problem. So, and next slide.
And Brian's concierge, but just so you know, he is our IT guy. So when you think of anything like that, like that's what his brain is. Go ahead. Who was going to say something?
I was just going to say, this is actually a really good slide, Brian.
Well, unfortunately, Emily's not here, but she's responsible for bringing this one up because she was talking about losing her charger cable the other day. But and also sort of tying back into the apocalypse and being prepared. I know I've kind of talked about it a couple times over the last few days. I've got like piles of charging cables for every device. Like I've got a cable by the bed, one by my desk, one downstairs by the couch, one in the bath. Like anywhere I could need a cable, I just have one because I don't want to have to go find the one cable I've got. Or if I could leave one at the hotel, that was my only charging cable. So buy multiple cables. The other thing I recommend is because this is connecting to at least your phone, which is just like the most critical device we all have. I buy charging cables from reputable companies. Don't just buy like the cheapest one you find on Amazon because I don't want to risk melting my phone or setting it on fire or frying it or anything like that. Like pay the extra couple of bucks for a good brand cable. Anker, Anker, is the one I recommend. The Amazon cables, official Apple cables, anything like that, monster cables, whatever is good, but just don't buy the cheapest one, buy a couple good ones. I also recommend one of those like microfiber like lens cloth wipes. The biggest thing, you get fingerprints all over the touchscreen in your car, fingerprints on your phone, clean those off. But the most important thing I think they're for is the lens on your camera. Like we've seen here where like somebody's in a meeting, like in Zoom, and they look all like smudgy or faded or anything. Wipe the lens of your camera, wipe the lens on your phone camera before you take pictures. Like if you guys are at a listing for a house or whatever, and you want to take good pictures, make sure there's no smudges on your camera lenses. Wipe it with a cloth. Just keep a little one in like your purse, your car console, your pocket, whatever. Also those battery banks. Now the two here, one is like the size of an old desktop computer, and that's for like throwing in your car if you need to charge a whole bunch of stuff over a week of camping, or if like the power goes out, it'll run stuff in your house for a couple of days. But the little ones that are like the size of a cell phone that can just recharge your phone or your tablet a couple of times that are like 40 to 80 bucks, have one of those and keep it charged because I know I've run out of the house with my phone at like 15% sometimes, and then I need to do something and I'm at like 8% and I'm scrambling to get it done before my phone dies. Keep one of those things, plug it in once a month to make sure it's, over half charged, and you can recharge your devices in an emergency. Some of them are pretty cheap because they're just like a block with some power outlets on it, or USB plugs. I like the ones like the one here where it's got like the amount of power displayed on it rather than like a couple blinking lights that tell you how charged it is. Some of them can recharge your devices pretty fast. Some of them fully charge in just a couple hours. So again, I stick to that Anker brand because they're pretty like widely known and I won't say respected, but they've been around for a long time. So it's not like a company that just started yesterday. So that's kind of the one I recommend. But that's kind of just a quick little kit, a cloth, a wipe, a cable, and a battery, and your phone should never be below like 50%. So hopefully that kind of helps save you from your phone dying, because I know I talked to this like Debbie a couple of weeks ago, like your phone dies the minute you need it. Like as soon as you have an emergency, that's where your batteries start dying on you. I had like 3 things run out of battery at the same time this week, and I was like, how is this happening? How are all my devices dying at the same time? So just keep something to have your stuff charged.
How much do one of those big battery banks run?
Anywhere from like 1,200 to like $3,000. Like they're pretty pricey, but they can run like your house for a couple of days. Like they're pretty solid, as long as you're not like, leaving the stove on and stuff. But like they're pretty good. They're like, I want to say like 30 or 40 pounds. Like they're pretty heavy, but yeah, like they're the kind of stuff people take like overland camping, where like they strap it in the back of their car and they'll like use it to heat up a stove and watch stuff, or like hook up a TV to watch stuff camping. So they're
Do they
pretty
have a
solid.
solar panel on the top of them or anything?
Some do,
Or
yeah. And there's also like standalone panels where it's like just a little like your iPhone case, but with solar panels, or iPad case, like solar panel size, and you can use that to charge stuff. I bought a little solar charger battery thing for like $40, and it's not great, but yeah, there's things like that. Like I said, if we're mostly in civilized society most of the time, so a couple of days should be the most you ever need. So hopefully nobody needs to apocalypse prep their car too bad. But yeah, those, I know Jackery I think is a big name in those brands. But yeah, I haven't looked too much at like the big battery banks, but I think Blue Eddy or Blue Yeti or something like that, there's a couple of decent brands out there for those.
Thanks.
Yep. And I guess a third one for me. So is that, yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow is our second My Realco attempt at a movie. We did have to pivot last time, but hopefully this time it goes smooth. I've got a local copy of Fargo, so we're gonna give that another try, and hopefully enjoy a relaxing movie that doesn't make us think about work for too much.
Oh, okay, cool. So I just wanted to talk about this briefly. There's a ton of stuff I'm excited to dig into, but this is really important. So I didn't even know what trigger leads were until like 3 years ago, and I'll tell you why. Does anyone besides Brennan, have you ever heard this phrase before? I'm curious. Okay. All right, cool. So I didn't know what it was until I found out that one of the companies I was working with, AmeriSave, they were like, some of the leads that they would send me would be like, I don't even what's happening. Like, I filled out this loan application. So anyways, I went down a rabbit hole, as Holly does, and found out that what happens is that when a consumer goes and has their credit ran for a loan, a home loan specifically, there are other companies like AmeriSave, and I'm sure plenty of others, I just won't name names because I don't know for sure, that get this information. They're buying this from the credit bureaus, and they're called trigger leads. And so they would be calling and calling and calling. So in some cases, these consumers were very confused. They just left the bank. Was it the bank calling to lock them in? In some cases, they were asking for a deposit up front to, like, I don't know what, for the appraisal that wouldn't happen. Like, these people literally just walked out of a bank in some cases. So anyways, there's new legislation, thanks to NAR lobbyists and other organizations. They are going to be cutting down on this. Now, there's very specific requirements that will allow it, but I still think it's best practice when you have your buyer strategy session with buyers, especially if they haven't had their credit run yet, have them go to 1-800-OPT-OUT so that they are like opting out of all of those pre-screened offers. But yeah, Brendan, do you want to talk about this from the lender perspective?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Those credit bureaus just sold all of your info. So it's going to cut down on a whole lot of cold calls that people get. You can still get solicited if there's a super close tie, like the mortgages was originated by this company, or there's a homeowner's insurance tie, or some type of connection like that. But those will be the only calls that you can still get. All the other ones are pretty much going to get cut out. So that's a big consumer win to me.
Absolutely. So thanks for giving us some info. So that's it for today. Good timing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone have anything top of mind they want to mention before we close her out?
Close us out, Holly.
All right. Hey, when in doubt, reach out, messages if you need us. We are here for you. We all started this morning with that blank slate at 0. So go out and talk to a buyer, a seller, or an agent today. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye, everybody.